In Brookhaven, you can only have one house. So I have this house because it's the only house I can get on the right side. But today I want to test several ways to get more than one house in Brookhaven because I want to impress all the players in my city. There are a lot of people who live here and I want to get 2 houses. Now my friend just got here and he's going to have to help me do this. But he said, let's throw a party. Look, I can't just throw a party out of nowhere, even though he has a really interesting car that you can definitely use for a lot of parties. I can't do that because I'm going to test different ways to get multiple houses at the same time here in Brookhaven. But he's staring at me and he said there's no way to do that. Look, obviously there is a way to do that. Even this player managed to do it, and basically he has 4 houses in Brookhaven. But the method I'm going to test to get more houses is going to be much better because I'm going to get real houses and I'll be able to duplicate them to have 2 houses. But it looks like he said goodbye, and now he's coming here in his party car. Apparently, he's going to leave. But before he leaves, I have something really important to say. I'm going to join his party. Now he got out of the car, and it looks like he's really happy, especially because I'm going to join the party he's throwing here. So I'm coming over too, just so I don't make my friend sad. There's even a player back here who's coming to say something. He said, you're never going to have a house like mine. I have 4 houses. And yeah, he really does have 4 houses. So now I'm going to test the very first way to get multiple houses in Brookhaven. First, I have to get a specific house on the right. It has to be exactly this house. Now that I got this house, I have to come right here and press this button up here, which is going to make a completely empty plot appear. I'm finally going to be able to get one more house here in Brookhaven. But even my friend came back here. He has something to say. He said, how many ways to get another house are you going to test? I'm going to test exactly 3 ways, and this is the very first one. On the right, I'm going to get these construction vehicles, and now that we both have them, we're going to be able to do a lot of construction here. I'm going to have to destroy the whole plot, and my friend is also helping me do that. He's destroying exactly this part, and it's really good that he's helping me because he'll be able to help me destroy the entire land, and that's exactly what I have to do. I have to destroy everything so the land finally becomes empty and I can do the constructions I really want, especially because this player got several houses, but his land looks really bad. So if I destroy all my land, it's going to be perfect. My friend is helping me, and soon I'm going to finish this. Guys, I'm almost done with this, and my friend is really helping me a lot. He's destroying the whole land, and I think my friend is really helping me. I'm having a hard time destroying this. Perfect, I cleared this land. Now my friend just needs to finish his part, and he's really doing well. He's destroying that part, so I'm coming over here to help him. I'm even destroying this part too, while he takes care of that side. I'm coming right here and I'm going to remove the last pieces of dirt that are left. And now my land is completely empty. I'm finally going to be able to do this. He even came over here, and he said it took a while, but we did it. And that's true. We finally managed to do this. Now on the right, I'm going to grab this item, and I can get these houses from here. But I'm going to get exactly this house, because I want it to look nicer. But it's really crooked, and it's also ugly. So I don't know where I'm going to place this item. Maybe I can place it right here. And I ended up placing 2 houses. One of these houses is going to be mine, and the other house is going to be my friend's in Roblox. He said, I decorate my house, and you decorate your house. Look, that's a good idea. We're going to split the land, and we'll see who decorates their house better. Perfect. The land is split in 2, and my friend is on one side, and I'm on the other side, and we're going to compete to see who decorates this better. So now I'm coming here to my house. I'm going to place this sofa here, and I'm going to use this sofa to sit here and also to sleep in my house. It'll work for both things. Now on the right, I'm going to have to get a television, and I'm going to place it right here in front. I'm going to put it on the floor because it's the only place I can put a TV. And now my house looks really good. It just needs the decorations outside. So on the right, I'm going to get these plants. I'm going to place random plants all around my house. And my house looks really nice. You can see that there are some plants, and it's looking really good, but it's missing lighting. So on the right, I'm going to get this item, and I'm going to place it right here. Now my house is perfect. It has this lighting here, and I want to see how my friend's house turned out. So I'm leaving here, and I want to see if he finished it too. But he came over here, and it looks like now, finally, we're going to compare our Roblox houses. So I'm going to remove this wall, and you can see that the 2 houses are really different. My house looks like this. It's a little nicer than his house, and his house looks pretty interesting, but it's really small, and the things he placed don't make sense. There's a really interesting bed, but there's this item here that doesn't make sense. He should have used the space in his house better and put something better there, but that's not what he did. He said, what's the second way to get 2 houses in Brookhaven? Look, I'm going to test that way now, but for some reason, this player is spying on us, and apparently he got really scared. I'm sure he's coming here to talk bad about us, especially because that's what he always does. This time probably won't be any different. He said, I still have more houses than you, but now he's laughing at us, and this player is really weird. Now he just went back to his house, like his house is really better than ours, but his house is really bad. He didn't decorate his house, and he didn't make any effort to get a better house. But the second way to get another house in the game is actually a pretty interesting one. I'm going to need my friend's help, so I got this really different car that has a really strange animal on it. it. And I don't know what animal this is. It looks like a duck, but I'm not sure if it's a duck. My friend said it's an elephant. But guys, he exaggerated. So now I'm going down here, and there's something weird happening here. I don't know what's going on at the circus, but there's something really strange happening. This player is stopping everyone from coming to the circus, and I don't know why he's doing that. I have to talk to this player to understand what's going on. So I'm coming over here to talk to him, and I want him to explain everything he's doing. He said, I don't want people going to the circus because I want them all to come back to the game. And he's protesting here. But meanwhile, my friend is coming to the circus. Look, this is really weird. He just arrived at the circus, even though that player had forbidden him from coming here. And if the military sees that he's here, I'm sure he won't be happy. But actually, he's not military. Now he's coming back here because he noticed there's a player over there, right on the Ferris wheel. Guys, this isn't good. My friend is literally stuck here, but now he jumped down here and is on top of this object. And there's a chance he might fall from here. But actually, he went down and he's totally safe here. As crazy as it seems, he's not going to fall anytime soon. In fact, he fell again and he's still safe here. But I don't think this player is happy because my friend is up there and he's not leaving anytime soon. But guys, I need to test the second way to get another house in Brookhaven. I can't stay here forever waiting for my friend to come down from there, especially because it's going to take too long. And I'm sure he's safe. So I'm going to get my car and keep testing the way to get more than one house in Brookhaven. Now I'm coming up here in the front, and if my friend wants, he can come here and jump into my Roblox car. Now it looks like he came here and got into my Brookhaven car. But the military is coming, and we have to get out of here now to really avoid problems. Because he got there and realized we're traitors, but he grabbed his truck and is coming right after us. Look, this is not very good. I have to get out of here fast while this player is chasing me. I don't know how I'm going to escape from here. I just know I'm doing a bunch of maneuvers, but this player won't stop following me. Guys, I'm going to stop my Brookhaven car, and now he went straight past me because his truck is really heavy and there's no time to stop it in time. Actually, he got here again, and now I have to run away again. Now I'm coming back here, and I'm going to have to escape forward, and it looks like he didn't follow me, but then he got here again. Guys, we're not getting out of here anytime soon, but now he came up in front and is aiming at this item. This really is our end. He said, do you promise you won't go back to the circus? Look, I promise I won't do that, especially because I don't want this player to keep chasing me. Now apparently he said goodbye, and it looks like we can leave here, so we're finally free. But we can't go back to the circus. This player really banned us from going back to the circus. But now I'm getting to the apartment, and this friend of mine is going to have to help me get more than one house here in Brookhaven. This is the second way to do it, but today I'm still going to test the second way and also the third way to get more than one house in Brookhaven. And I just realized that the player is right here, coming back to this Brookhaven circle, and he's really evil. Now we're going to have to go up here, and my friend has to get a house here. Meanwhile, I'm going up here, and I'm also going to get a house. Here on the right, I have to choose the same house that my friend is going to get down there. I'm looking here to see which house he's going to choose. And apparently he just picked his house, which is the skate house. You can see there are several skateboards inside, and this house is really interesting. On the right, I'm going to pick the same house, and basically now I have two houses, especially because they're the same. I can go down here and turn the lights off and on. I can also open this door, and if I want to make it better, I can simply get this ladder on the right, and I'm going to place it right here. Now I'll be able to go up here to my Roblox house, and this works perfectly. Even my friend is coming over here, and it's like I have two houses in Brookhaven. He said, it really looks like you have two houses, and this is really interesting. Actually, this house has a third floor, which is basically a skate park. But this player is coming here, and he said, I have 20 houses. Look, there's no way that's true. It's really impossible for him to have 20 houses. So we're watching this, but I want him to show me where his houses are. So I'm going down here, and I want him to show me all the houses. But now he got scared and just ran away. Guys, he doesn't want to show where his houses are. Now he teleported, and apparently he lives in this house right here, which is the superhero house. Look, it's really good to know that he lives here, because later I'm going to come back here to ask where his houses are, because he said he has 20 houses. But I'm only seeing one house, and my friend even showed up over there, and he has something to say. He said, let's get another apartment, and we have to do that. Here on the right, I'm going to choose another apartment, and I picked a really different one. I chose this apartment that's really beautiful, and both of them are basically the same. But now I gave him permission, and he can change everything in my house as if he were the owner. But now I'm going to test another way to get two houses here in Brookhaven, and my friend suddenly hid. He just went inside the wall. Guys, this is really weird, but I'm going outside now, and I placed a ladder right here, and now I can literally go down here to my other apartment in Brookhaven. And I can also go up here, but I'm going to have to do some parkour, which is a bit hard, but everything worked out. These two apartments are very similar. Actually, there's no difference. Even my friend got here, and he said, what's the next way to get two houses? Look, the next way is the best one of all, because with this one I'm really going to have two houses. And once again, I'm going to need my friend's help. Now he has to come here to the car, and he actually got here flying. So on the right, I'm going to delete my house, and he's going to have to do the same, because now I'm going to test a way to get two houses in Brookhaven for real, which is simply the best way of of all. But to do this, I'm going to need a friend. But if you don't have a friend, you can log in with 2 accounts here in Brookhaven. But I'm going to test this with my friend, especially because he's already here. Now I have to get this specific plot. It has to be these 2 plots, or maybe these other 2 plots, because they're the best plots for getting 2 houses in Brookhaven. Now go to the plot and get this house on the right, and your friend will have to do the same thing. Now he's arriving right here, and he has to give me permission. I'm also going to give him permission, so now I can modify his house. I'm even coming here to my house, and he has to come here too, because I'm going to show how this system works to get 2 houses in Brookhaven. Now that we have the same houses, I'm going to press this button, and then this other button, and now our houses are connected, like the 2 houses merged and became just 1 house. And this is really interesting, but he got here and closed both gates. I don't know what he's doing, but now he trapped himself here and he's completely stuck between the 2 houses. Look, I don't know why he did that. I just know that this player is coming here again, and he has something to say. This really isn't good, because this player is evil. But I'm going to open both doors so he can see what I did. He was even surprised because I got 2 houses, and this time it's actually real. He said, "I can't believe you really got 2 houses." Yes, I managed to do it, and it actually wasn't that hard. But it looks like he left the game, and he was so scared that he decided to leave. But there's a player who lives in this house that I want to get revenge on because he talked bad about me. But he showed up in the window and is looking at the houses I got. Literally, the houses are completely connected, and there's no other house on the right where you can do this. But now I'm calling him here so he can see the house I got. Even my friend came back there, and I don't know what he's doing in his house. But he's coming to the bathroom, which is the weirdest bathroom ever. And he just came here. Look, this bathroom is really weird. But this player showed up here because he wants to see the house I got. He realized that the house is connected to the other Brookhaven house, and he's really impressed. But he came here holding this money, and he said, "Take this. I want to buy your house." Look, I'm going to accept it, but I'm not the only owner of this house. My friend is also the owner, so he has to ask him. He's even coming back here and is going to offer that money to my friend. But suddenly he got banned from my friend's house in Roblox. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the Become a Member button, and I'll add you on Roblox.